kick this deep to get us going. The kickoff, a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. That wrinkle, the Wildcat formation, extra blocker in the game. Let's see what they call. Direct snap. Breaks free. They bring him down, but the Wildcat look produces an explosive run to get a first down.
Good job up front by this offensive line and good hard running for this Miami Hurricane back. He's doing everything he can to live up to the long legacy that the Canes have with this running back position.
And the running back takes the handoff. He's past the marker and still going. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. And then first down right back to the running game.
Another positive run on 1st and 10. You know, it's early on in this drive, but this defense has not shown the ability to stop the run. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I just keep running the football until they prove they can stop.
Inside deal now from the shotgun. Now they test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
Well, that's an excellent effort here by this defense, staying in their run fits. They're holding their own at the line and making the tackle. The offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get anything going there.
Going to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. And he finds the running back in the flat. And moves the football to the 27 and a first down.
That's exactly what you want to see here from this offense. A big 3rd down conversion. Offensive line did their job, giving a quarterback enough time. Great read, good execution, throws the ball accurately. Now you got some momentum going here on this opening drive.
Brought down after a solid run by the senior.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see as an offense to open up a football game. Everything seems to be working, whether they're running the football, as we saw right there, able to protect, throw the football with timing and rhythm. Everything on full display for this offense to let this defense know they could be in for a long day.
This one's a compelling matchup. Early season, 2 top 10 teams. Kirk, we know that at this point, the rankings can be a little bit suspect, but a chance for both teams to step up and show they belong.
I just love these kind of matchups when you get a top 10 matchup early in the year. Really find out if these rankings are worthy of where these teams are considered at this point in the year. Find out if these teams have what it takes to be one of the top teams in college football when this game is over.
Running back grabs it on the screen. Defense flies in. They make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Chris, the timing of this screen pass just seemed to be off. The defense almost waiting for the ball to be thrown. He had nowhere to go by the time he caught it.
It's the running back in the flat. Touchdown, Miami. That's how you finish a play.
You talk about the right way to get a game started. This offense put together a nice scheme. They felt comfortable with the script, and they moved the ball all the way down the field. 10 plays, and they get a touchdown. If you're the defensive coordinator, you're back to the drawing board trying to figure this out.
Turner looking to make a play here. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. Handoff here from the shotgun. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Hey, it's a great job of this defense containing the running game. But if I'm calling the plays, I'm not abandoning the running game just yet. I think it's important to have some sense of balance. So throwing and running is essential. Stick with it.
Quick completion to the tight end. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
They tackle him right at the 35-yard line.
Hey, listen, you don't always have to have big plays to be successful. It's a nice, solid gain here. Keeps you on schedule, and you get ready for that next play.
A gain makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. By the receiver. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play. Longhorns pick up enough yardage to get a first down. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. A gain of 2 yards. Now it's 2nd down and 8.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Finds that big tight end for a short pass. The big man finally brought down by the quarterback. That was a tough assignment. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Fires it to the wideout. Makes the catch downfield. You make the tackle, but that's an excellent gain. Moves the ball to the 33.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on 3rd down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
2nd down after that previous play. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Not enough on that one. It falls incomplete.
Chris, we're all guilty of this. We all look at the big plays, the quarterbacks, the offense, how many points, how many yards. Sometimes we overlook the most important aspect of the game, the offensive line. You've got to do a good job consistently protecting the quarterback, and all comes down to the offensive line. And here, they hurry the quarterback, and they blow up the play.
The Longhorns will come to the line here, looking to keep the drive going on 4th down. Trying for a 4th down completion. He's got it, enough for a first down. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. They're going to run it here. And stop right there at the line of scrimmage, and that'll end the first quarter. Kirk, as we take a break for the quarter here, it's Miami in front. And at the end of the first quarter, let's check out the stats so far. They flipped into the field. We're ready now for the 2nd period. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Same tailback, another carry. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down. 3rd and short now on the 13th play of this drive. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up 4th down now.
Well, it's decision time now, Chris. 4th and short coming up, and you know they're thinking about going for this one. Likely looking at that play sheet and finding the go-to play that'll help them pick up this first down and keep this drive alive. They're thinking 6 points.
And he's throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it near the end zone. They finally stop him, but that gain is good for a 1st and goal.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but he's beyond the sticks for the first down.
And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Nowhere to run up the middle.
Well, that's what we call assignment football by the defense. They took away the back inside, and there's a perfect play to be able to stop an athletic quarterback on the option.
Okay, now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Second down, looking to throw it. And it's caught. Touchdown, Texas.
Boy, what a job by the offensive coordinator going to that 5-wide receiver set, creating the one-on-one matchups, finding the most favorable matchup, and then going to that receiver for the score.
He manages the footing, and the extra point is up and good. The BAT ties the game here in the second quarter now. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time. Looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. And it's intercepted. Beautiful timing there. Not much room in that return. Tackled at the 16, but an important takeaway for this defense.
Chris, I think I could hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
First play of the drive, they come out throwing. Catch made by the tight end. Touchdown, Longhorns. This quarterback on fire today. Well, no surprise for offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
BAT puts them in front by 7. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And the kickoff will bounce right through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Miami offense back out onto the field. See if this quarterback can bounce back. The last possession, a pick in the very first play. Defense is coming after him. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the play.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by his defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Makes a quick grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play.
Man, I love these big receivers. This time he's able to use his big frame to almost box out the defender on that slant route. If you've got good timing, and this is hard to stop.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. He's going to pull it down and run. That's a good effort on the run, but the defense stops him just short of the marker. 4th down now.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
4th down. He's throwing for it. They can't connect. It's a costly turnover on downs.
Well, this is exactly what can happen when you're overly aggressive and things go bad. And I get it when it's late in the game and you're trying to climb back into it. But to have a turnover on downs now, man, this one could hurt you.
Quick throw, the catch is made. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Longhorns are in the red zone. Off the back to Young, the quarterback looks to his right. And they finally tackle him down at the 1. Big gain in the pitch and catch. Longhorns come to the line with 1st and goal. Rotates the tight end. It's complete. Touchdown, Texas, as they put 6 more on the board.
And that's his 2nd touchdown today. This guy's winning every one-on-one matchup this defense provides. Great job by the quarterback putting the ball where his guy can make a play on it, and he's got 2 on the board.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. That's a solid gain. Moves the ball to the 29. It's the 2-minute timeout. This offense running out of time to cut into this lead before the break. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He's going to hand this off. Powering through. Tough running to avoid a loss and just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
And the senior calls his own number, keeps this drive moving.
This is why I love the quarterbacks that can make things happen. Here you have an opportunity to try to create. Nothing's there, play breaks down. Instead of just throwing it away, he sits back, sees nothing downfield, decides to be able to pick up the first down by himself. Impressive run to pick up the first, keep this drive moving.
Hits into space at the 50. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself, picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
And they've got him on the blitz.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as a quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
This big guy's up front. Will have to regroup now. It's 2nd and 14. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the sack, but is brought down after a short gain.
This is what I really love about this quarterback. Looks downfield. Everybody's covered. Instead of just throwing this ball away, he's got the athletic ability to make this defense pay for it by picking up some good yards.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the third down pressure worked.
The quarterback did all he could here to wait until the last possible moment, but he waits just a hair too long, which allows the defense to actually hit him as he throws the ball.
The pass rush closing in. He'll be brought down on 4th down, and the drive ends with the sack.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open, and result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Pop over the middle. It's Blue. We're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference. High completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, this quarterback and his receivers have got to get on the same page. They've got to find a rhythm if they want to move the ball down the field.
3rd down play here out of the shotgun. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Oh, Chris, he almost gave one back there. This quarterback needs to be much more careful working with a 2-touchdown lead. That's not how to protect it.
The head coach keeps the punt team on the sidelines for 4th down. That's a design quarterback keeper. First down and more. He's still running. Brought down, but it's past the line to gain. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. First down, looking to throw the ball. Bringing pressure. He cannot escape. It's a sack. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. So this offense faces a 2nd and 15. The O-line needs to regroup.
That time they were able to get to the quarterback before he has a chance of throwing yet another touchdown pass. 3 already in this first half. At least this is a sign that this defense hasn't totally given up yet.
Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. That's now going to bring up 3rd down. So the offense takes the field in the final seconds of the half. Chance for just a couple more plays. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Picks up 4. Now, 4th down.
So a timeout is called. Just a few seconds left here in the first half.
Timeout, Texas.
So on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit trying to add 3 points here before halftime. What a kick. It's good from 55. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And the Canes will kick this away to get the second half going. He'll bring it out from his end zone. Solid coverage there. They get him at the 15. That's where the offense will take over. Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. The passing game's been on fire. The defense has had no answer for it. Let's see if they found some solutions at halftime.
Chris, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space, still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. A bullet, but it's incomplete, brings up 4th down.
You know, Chris, this offense has had a big day today. That first half, they seemed to be moving the ball almost every time they had a possession. They were putting points up on the board. Now to start this 3rd quarter, they don't convert here on 3rd down. They have so much confidence. I would be shocked to see them still go for this here.
It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going.
This coach isn't holding anything back today. Plenty of time left, and the confidence to go for it is very telling of the faith he has in his guys.
The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3. Here's the snap, looking to throw. He escapes the pocket. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They make the stop, but it's a big gain down to the 29.
The quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a first down.
The Longhorns are looking to keep this drive going. Quick throw, catch made on the out route.
Chris, I think you got to give all the credit to the wide receiver here. Man-to-man coverage on an out route. That is a tough ask. Good inside move on the stem to separate from the defender, and a great throw by the quarterback near the sideline.
Longhorns line up on 1st and 10 now. Hand it off for a draw. Brought down at the 3. That was a solid run. The defense backed up against their own end zone. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns. They continue to roll up the score.
Boy, Chris, how about the blocking on this touchdown run? The effort and execution combined with the vision of the running back, everything just working in concert together.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. And the kickoff goes out the back of the end zone, so a touchback. And the Hurricanes offense retakes the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
So from the 21-yard line, it's now 2nd and long. And the quarterback dropping back. A deep shot to the left side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, these guys just continue to struggle throwing the football. You know, whether it's been running the wrong route, the quarterback not being accurate, the offensive line not doing their job. It's been a collective effort, and it's a big reason why they're trailing now in this game.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Bring the pressure, and down he goes.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Fourth down and very long, but the offense still on the field. They're going to go. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. He lets it go on the move. And it's incomplete on fourth down. The offense will now take over in plus territory.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
And it's incomplete even on a first down throw. He was under some heavy pressure. QB keeper all the way. That's a nice tackle there by the senior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Pressure is coming. Bought some time, now lets it go. Pass caught. He moves the ball to the 7-yard line. Offense has a first and goal now.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a third down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Second down and goal upcoming. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. They test the middle there, but get nothing.
What a great play by the defense here. Getting close to the goal line, not only do they come up with a big stop, but they send them backwards in the process.
Ball spotted at the 5 for this third and goal play. Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Texas.
Well, that's a thing of beauty right there. Good job all around. Offensive line gave the quarterback enough time. Quarterback puts it right on the money. And with this receiver running a route like this, makes it pretty simple. All you have to do is get his head turned around, catch that football. He's already in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they'll set up now for the extra point try. PAT is good as they build on this big lead. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown.
Texas. 38, Texas.
So no return on this one. Ball just bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up in wildcat formation. Let's see what the call is. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. And it's a direct snap. That's a solid gain out of the wildcat, but not enough for the first down. They come to the line in the wildcat formation. Defense got to be on alert here. Direct snap. Running out of time in the pocket. Took contact on the throw. That's incomplete. The attempt at trickery does not work. That'll bring up third down. See if the offense can move the chains off that incompletion. They'll run it here. Fighting off the defender. The Canes looking to keep this drive rolling.
Well, that shows you the trust they have in their offensive line in this running game. To get to a third down, just trying to come up with a way to be able to keep this drive alive, keep hope alive that you can come back in this game. You rely on old reliable, that offensive line, and they come through for you.
Makes the catch for the defense, breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain. So So Texas has the lead, Kirk, as we break here for the quarter. It's been pretty one-sided so far at the end of 3. Let's check out the stats. 1 quarter to play in what has been a beatdown so far. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Longhorns. Pick 6 could be a game changer.
Great job here by the defense coming up with yet another play where they are just pouring it on today, dominating in every phase.
And the PAT is good as they continue to pull away even more. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. And that kick will just bounce into the end zone for a touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Miami offense is back on the field. They have got to bounce back on this possession after throwing a pick 6 last time out here. The pocket breaking down. Off target and incomplete.
What do you know, Chris? Another incompletion. You know, with how inept this passing game has been today, I don't have any confidence that they're going to be able to overcome this big of a deficit in the 4th quarter. If you gave them 2 more quarters, I still don't think they could get it done.
He's got it with room to run. They finally get him down, but this passing game has produced a chunk play. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now, the football placed exactly at midfield. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Downfield shot falls incomplete. Couldn't quite connect there.
But here we are in the 4th quarter. The offense just trying to come up with something to try to spark this offense and give them a chance at a comeback. Unfortunately,
taking a shot deep down the right side. And he makes the grab inside the 10. The tackle is made, but the offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8. So that huge gain quickly sets up a 1st and goal just inside the 10. There's the handoff. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Offense facing 2nd and goal. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. And he makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
well, first of all, I'm impressed that the user has not turned the game off and reset. They're playing it to the final whistle. And the offense is following your lead by playing hard and gaining some confidence for next week. You're not going to win this game, but I'll tell you what, you're a trooper.
Miami, 14. Texas.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. The Longhorns offense takes the field. They had a brilliant touchdown drive last time, mixing the run and the pass. Can they keep that going again? Obvious false start there, moving too early. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. From the shotgun, drops back. Receiver makes the grab. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch. You get a little bit closer to the marker. Grinding away on the ground. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. The Longhorns will come to the line to crank up the tempo. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. They give the running back a touch in the pass game. Catch made over the middle. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker. Pre-snap motion from the offense. 4th down, looking to throw for it. And the gain just good enough for a 1st down.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Breaks a tackle on the play and makes a decent gain. Offense in hurry-up mode. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. And they get the completion. And he's brought down, but not before he gets first down yardage.
By another great pass by this quarterback. You know, you really got to give a lot of credit to the offensive coordinator and the quarterback today. They protected the ball well, but maintained a calculated level of aggression in keeping this game out of reach from their opponent.
Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Brought down after a short return, but the pick sets up his offense. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Taking a deep shot here to the right. Defense breaks it up. Nice play. Incomplete.
They're trailing by this much in the fourth quarter. The defense playing smart. They know you've got to take some deeper shots to try to get back into this game with a big play. And the margin of error for this quarterback shrinks with every pass attempt.
Scrambling. Now he'll make the throw. Makes the catch downfield. Finally brought down at the 8-yard line. A huge play, and suddenly they're in great scoring position.
Hey, listen, this game isn't over yet. The defense can't get too comfortable with this lead, and I know the coach isn't content with giving up plays like that at any point in the game.
And they finally stop him at the 3. The offense really threatening now. Second and goal for the offense. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense facing some serious urgency, trying to come up with a miracle late here. Now they come up second and goal from the 3. They look to throw it here on second down. He makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
I love the fact they didn't give up today. This has not been a great game for them, but the fact that they're still fighting late says a lot about the character of this football team.
Well, they took a look just to confirm it, but it looks like they got it right on the field. After the review, the play will stand.
Here we go, here we go.
From the gun, he looks for an open man. It's an out route, the catch made. And he's not going to get there. The 2-point try fails. They can't cut into this deficit any further. I believe they're going to line up here and go for the onside kick. On the hands team does their job and secures the recovery.
Chris, as you know, the chances are you're not going to recover these, but still, the hands team deserves a lot of credit for executing and coming up with the ball. You can't overstate the importance of a good special teams unit.
Okay, the Texas offense comes back out on the field. What a satisfying feeling for this team. Just run out the clock and let the celebration begin. Caught quickly. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Second down after that short completion. Quick throw caught on the left side. Oh, what a cut, and still going. Powering through a tackle. And they've got him down at the 3. Big gain on that completion. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Longhorns hoping to punch it in here. They have first and goal. Here's the handoff on first and goal. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. On second and goal, they'll give him another chance. Defense flexing. They stop him again at the 1-yard line. Now it'll be third down. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. So denied on back-to-back runs. Now it's third down and goal. And they'll get him down that time. Less than a yard to go here on fourth down. The offense is going to go for it. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Texas.
Chris, you talk about having a day. This offense just goes out. They're not even looking at the scoreboard. They're just going out, executing the play call, and continuing to put points on the board.
And the point after is right down the middle. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Kickoff a little too hot to handle, goes through the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on 1st down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
He's brought down quickly. A short gain gets them a few yards closer to the marker.
You know, it's a nice completion, but it's kind of another short game. The defense is keeping everything in front. I think the offensive coordinator's got to find a way to take some vertical shots to get some chunk plays.
Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain.
That's what you love to see from the quarterback, recognizing the receiver is past the marker, and a good job by the receiver to know where he needed to go to get that 1st down.
1st down. Looking to throw the football. Looking to scramble. On the run, he'll let it go. And it's incomplete. The defender arrived at the same time as the football. And now it's 2nd down.
Boy, this defensive plan has been masterful today for this defensive coordinator. Good job of attacking the quarterback, whether he's inside the pocket, chasing him to the...
Looking deep down the left side. The downfield shot is incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
Now, the passing game just hasn't been consistent today. It's plain and simple. They might not quite be out of it yet, but they have to start connecting soon, or this one will be over.
He's running out of time here. Escapes the pocket, but cannot make a play, and they sack him. And the defense will stop the clock with a timeout here. 25 seconds remaining.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able...
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Brought down after a short return, but the interception gives the offense the football at the 40.
Just when it looked like they might make this a one-score game, the quarterback gives it back to the defense. The climb just got steeper, and they're running out of time here in the 4th quarter.
Here's the first play of the drive now. They're set up at their 40. Short connection to the tight end here. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining. That completion makes it 2nd and medium. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. And a timeout stops the clock with 8 seconds remaining. Offense sets the formation. It's 3rd down. Looking to pick up the 1st down through the air. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted in the end zone. He's brought down quickly, but that takeaway is a huge play for this defense.
One of the few mistakes we've seen from this quarterback. He has been pretty much flawless this entire game, but this time tries to get a little greedy.
Looking for a man deep down the left side. Catch made way downfield. That's going to help the stats a little bit, but won't make a difference in the outcome. All the way to the end zone. What a play. Touchdown, Miami.
You know, it's not going to make much of a difference today, but it can be a subtle positive takeaway for a team getting beat down like this. And it demonstrates resilience. You want to see this fight from your team in this kind of situation.
Now the try for 2. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. It's a quick grab. They get him down, and that's how this game will end. Pocket 0-0. This was a case of a higher-ranked, respected team that came in here and handled business. Did what we expected them to do, Kirk, but they did it with impressive focus and execution.
Man, you said it. These guys just seem to be on a mission today. They weren't going to let anything get in their way, especially another ranked opponent. This team was motivated from the opening kickoff.
And that is going to do it. We enjoyed being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.